2 words. Just move. Find the goodness in the movement. Do what you can, and that's good enough. How's that for advice? Truly, that's true. I believe it. I hope you do too. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga, and it's your yoga from home. You're going to do it your way, and you're not going to hurt your body. The bottom of the screen says, do what is right for your body. Everybody's body is different. Every day is different. I say it every single day because we practice every single day, but it's true. You just got to start. You just got to do. You got to do what is right for you. Modify the movements. Use props. Don't skip over something if it just doesn't feel good, or just take it to 10%. Give yourself permission to do that, but make the yoga work for you. All right, that's the pep talk. Let's start. Let's come on up to standing. We're going to lock in a stress number like we do every single day. Like I said, every day we practice live, start to finish. Every day is different, but you'll get to know the routine. Every practice is different. Some days you may find harder than others. Others you may find easier than others. That's the same thing, right? Lock in a stress number on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. How are you feeling in your body? What's going on? Give it a number, assign it a number, and just see how the yoga works in your body, your mind, and most importantly, in your soul to bring that stress number down. Hands to your hips. Let's start with our foundation. Take a deep breath in. And a deep sighing breath out. Wiggle your shoulders. Why not? Do what feels good for you. Toes. Your feet are bare, I hope, and you're just kind of nestling your feet into your mat or your carpet or your floor, whatever you got. Let us start. All right, so come on up to the balls of your feet and then come on down to your heels. Chest is open wide. Nice big Superman stance. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, the word for the day. Real simple word, a great way to start the week. The word is start. And start, there it is. Start means to begin, to come into action. You got to start, right? You got to come to life. Every day, fresh start. Look at it as fresh. And then look at the redos if you need to do some redos. But just start, just begin. Don't hold back. Once you start, get into the flow and just go with it. All right, so you're coming up onto the balls of your feet. Maybe you got a chair here. That's fine. Just feel what you feel in your feet. Wake up your foundation. Maybe come on up good and high onto the balls of your feet and hold it for a second or two. Hold on to that chair, no big deal. Then come on down to your heels. Lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. Plant your feet good and solid on the ground. Lift your arms high up to an extended mountain pose. Take that big good morning stretch, the kind you would do after you get out of bed. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Fingers reach higher up to the sky, and then your shoulders soften. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Put your hands on your low back. Support your low back, push your belly forward, squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Look to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe look up to the ceiling. Maybe look a little higher, pushing your hips forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Fold forward now, hinge forward. Little bend in your knees. Let your fingers reach toward the earth. Just loosen up in the back. Shake your neck. Shake your neck, wiggle your shoulders. Put that bend in your knees. Play with the bend a little bit. Look back to your knees or up towards your belly button. Decompress your spine and shake your neck. Shake your head. Loosen up the neck. Make circles. Look left, look right. Shake it all around. Still your body. Roll your spine up one vertebra at a time. Come on back up to standing. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let's do some side bends. Lift your arms up to the sky. Maybe you interlace your fingers and send your palms up to the sky and start to move your spine sideways. Like a palm tree swaying. Little bend in the elbows might feel good. Maybe you don't like bringing the arms up that high. Maybe you let one arm go down your thigh while the other arm is reaching high and crossing the midline of your body. You bring them back up as you inhale and then take it to the other side. Remember, it doesn't matter how slow you go. It's just that you go. Move. Just move. Those 2 words. All right, and your poses may look different. Totally fine, right? Believe it. If they look different, that's fine. All you want to feel here is a nice big stretch through your side body. Breathe in and sigh it out. Come back up to the midline of your body. Lift through your fingers nice and high. Let's do those big arm circles. All right, you can begin by teeing them out and drawing little circles to the side of the room. You can make the arm circles bigger, and you can add in your knees. Fingers come down, bend your knees. Fingers come up, straighten. So get into the shoulders. You're doing big arm circles, working the knees. You could also, as an alternative, do like Nordic pole arms. Like you got big ski poles and you're moving the arms. Maybe that feels good today. You decide. You decide. You're always deciding. You're making good decisions about your body. I'm going to take the arm circles in the other direction. And you know what? Don't wait for a pose to look perfect. Don't wait for the perfect conditions to come along before you begin, because things are never perfect. You just got to start and make course adjustments as you go. All right, let's finish up. Come back up to standing. How do your shoulders feel? Give them a circle. Give them a wiggle. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Lift both arms up to the sky. Let's bend one arm, hugging that bicep in close to the ear. Take the other hand, hug the other elbow in, hug it close to your ear. Give yourself a pat on the back. Hug it in. Squeeze it in. Your arms are strong. Hug it in here. Feel the nice stretch all in that tricep, the back of your upper arm. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, let's release both fingertips up to the sky. Reach, 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 then bend the other arm. Hug that elbow in. Time for a pat on the back. Why not work in those fun things? Why not work them in? You deserve a pat on the back because you're here. Starting is the hardest part. Stick with it. Just breathe. Do what you can with what you got, and don't judge yourself. Hug it in, good and tight. How does that feel? Breathe in. Breathe out. Arms go high up to the sky. Take a little baby back bend. Arms go high back up to the sky as you inhale. Bring your hands to prayer center. Tell yourself something positive. Your little mantra, your little meditation. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. It can be one word. It can be strength. I like it to be 3 words. I like it to be, I am, fill in the blank with something super positive and believe it. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right, blink your eyes open, put your hands on your hips and think of a hula hoop. Just move your hips. Yep, move your hips. We're going to move our hips more as the practice goes on with a little different variation in your reclined pigeon pose. Take your hips in the other direction. Circle them out. All right, I love the saying, yoga is a healing art, not a performing art. So it doesn't matter how it looks. It just matters how good it feels for you. Come back to the midline of your body, big coat swing. Arms down by your sides. Wiggle your shoulders. Bring them back to the back wall and sink your fingers down toward the earth. Chest is nice and lifted. Shoulders are back and down. Take a deep breath in. And a shoulder softening breath out. Adjust your stance so you feel comfortable and planted on the earth, and then start to twist at the waist and twist. We call it big coat swing because it's like, imagine you're a child in a coat that's way too big, and the arms are hanging down really long past your fingers, and you're just twisting and letting those arms, the fabric of that coat, and just touch your backside and touch your hip as you twist, and just let the arms swing. Over the shoulder, look, see, find something in your room. I'm going to shoot for that plug in the wall. I'm going to look for it, and I'm going to look for it over the other shoulder. Nice big twist. Find your target. Aim for it. You can do it. Nice big twist. Your arms are loose. And you're going to come on back to the midline of your body. Let your arms rest by your sides. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Shrug them to the back wall and bring them on down. Move them independently. And then weird shrug them forward. Finish up, come to stillness. Ragdoll, great pose for your low back. Feet hip-width distance apart. Hands to opposite elbow creases. Lengthen up through the crown of your head and then fold forward. Fold forward, put a bend in your knees. Try it. Breathe in, breathe out. Now start to gently sway from side to side, bringing one elbow back toward your knee, then the other elbow back toward the other knee. Breaths. Breathe in through the nose, refreshing new breath, and breathe out through the mouth. The stale, the old, that which doesn't serve you, you're done with it. You've used that air, let it go, and then take in the fresh. And then finish up here. Come back slowly to the midline of your body. Give your toes a wiggle. Eyes can be opened or closed. Fingers, we're going to release them to the mat and then maybe wiggle your toes and close your eyes. Plant your feet solidly on the mat. Bend your knees. Come on down. Child's pose. All right, so that's our little warm-up. The body's nice and warmed up, and maybe that's all you can squeeze in today. If that's it, that's okay. No big deal. Just continue to move throughout your day. All right, knees together, big toes touch, hips back to the heels. A block or 2 or 3 or however many you want can be placed on your mat, and you can rest your forehead on it. Arms can be down by your sides, fingers reaching towards your toes. Block is great. No block is fine too. Rest your head on your mat. The options are also to include a wide-legged child's pose. Spread your knees wide, big toes touch, hips back toward your heels. They don't have to sit on your heels. It's all right. All of our poses are going to look different. It's going to work to what makes you feel good. Don't worry about how it looks. Then reach the arms maybe to the top of the mat. Bring your head down to your blocks or no blocks at all. Breathe in, breathe out. Be kind to you. It's the start of a new week. Oh, pretty soon it's the start of a new month. It's exciting. New beginnings are always good. New opportunities to succeed. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. This is your child's pose. Whichever variation you're in, enjoy it. Perhaps you might want to close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose the whole time, allowing you to build heat in your body. Try it on for size. See how you like it. The exhale, think of your hips going more to the bottom of your mat. As you inhale, chest fills up and expands out your back. And then exhale. Let's come out of child's pose. You can stay in it longer if you want. It's up to you. I'm going to come on up and I'm going to do I'm going to take my hands. I'm going to turn my hands, my fingers, so they're towards my knees and my forearms are shining forward. I'm going to move my hips left to right and back towards my heels to feel that nice big stretch in the forearms. Very similar sensation to that stretch we just felt in the triceps when we gave ourselves a pat on the back. So just stretch out those arms. Breathe in. And breathe out. No rush, no hurry. This is your safe space, your time for you on your mat. Enjoy how it feels. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, let's bring our hands back to a natural position and do like you're playing a piano. That'll be more fun and better for our brains than being on the computer today, right? Just play the piano a little bit. All right, let's go into a toes pose and an ankle pose. Come onto your knees, grab your 2 blocks, have them by your sides. As you come to standing on your knees, tuck your toes towards your shins. Oh, there we are. Hi, here I am. All right, the camera's kind of down here. I see you now. All right, so tuck your toes toward your shins. Your hands are on your blocks, or you can place them on your thighs, or you can bring them to prayer center. Hello to Liz, Stanley, Tammy, Lori, Tyrone, Lynn, Betty, Kelly, Rena, Connell, Clark, Lisa, Marietta, Rena, Tim, Yvette. I'm glad you guys are here. All right. So, how are you feeling in the toes? Oh my goodness, maybe hands are at prayer center, on your thighs, on your blocks, let it be. Stretch out the fascia in your feet, let it be. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's go to the ankle pose. All right, put the tops of your feet on your mat. Come on back with the blocks, press your knees together and then lift them up off of your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. The blocks bring the ground up to you. If you don't want to use them, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything you want to at this point in your life, right? All right, take your hands, bring your hands down to your mat maybe. Maybe that's a good substitute for the blocks. I'm going to come back to a toes pose, tucking the toes toward the shins. Hands to prayer center or on the blocks, wherever you like. Just stretch out the feet. The hands are just kind of to get your mind off of your toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Back to the ankle pose whenever you want, whenever it feels right. And think of this full range of motion you're getting here in the ankles. Maybe close the eyes. I'm going to do it one more time. Toes pose. Ankle pose. Maybe close the eyes, maybe focus forward, find your balance. And then finish up. Come into a neutral tabletop. Lift your toes up off of your mat. Squeeze and scrunch your toes. Spread the toes wide. Circle the ankles this way and that. Then tap the tops of your feet out on your mat. You've got it. All right, once you're done, place your feet solidly onto your mat, pushing the tops of your feet into the mat, pressing your hands into the mat as well. Your spine is long. Let's do cat-cow. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone under, arch your back to the sky. Inhale, cow pose, tailbone and crown of the head lift. Do a few more poses. Cat and cow. Cat and cow. Really marry your breath to the pose. Exhale, tuck your belly button to your spine, push into your hands, push into the tops of your feet, arch your back like a Halloween cat. And then cow pose, tailbone and crown of the head lift. Such a great pose. Let's finish up. Come into your neutral tabletop pose. Let's do bird dog. All right. For your bird dog pose, let's take our right leg and lift it up, knee to about hip height. Extend the right leg long. Dial your right hip down so your hips are equidistant to the mat. Push into the earth. Drive your heel to the bottom of your mat. Feel the strengthening in your low back. If you'd like to add in a little more balance challenge here, send your left arm forward and reach, reach, reach. Here's an opportunity to use a block as well. You could place the block at your top of your mat and hold on to it to find your balance. The balance will come, the balance comes back, you just gotta work it. And to work it, you gotta show up, and to show up, you gotta start. You got it. Reach, stretch, hold it here. And then tuck your knee and your elbow underneath your belly button and have them touch or come close to each other. Reach and touch. Reach and touch. Reach and finish. Hand comes down, knee comes down. Readjust in your neutral tabletop. Left leg lifts, knee to hip height. Left leg extends good and long. Drive your heel to the back of the room by tucking your toes towards your shins. Lengthen and reach. Reach to the block or reach forward. Hold it here, stay strong. Hips are equidistant to your mat. And then if you like, a few elbow toward the knee. They don't have to go all the way. Stretch, maybe elbow to knee. Stretch, elbow to knee. Once, twice, 3 times, whatever speaks to you today. And then I'm gonna finish up. Nice big stretch. Hand to the ground, knee to the ground. Wide-legged child's pose, knees go wide, hips back to the heels. Reach your arms forward, push into your hands. Send your chest or your forehead down toward the mat. Doesn't have to touch, just send it toward the mat. Tailbone toward the back of the room. Breathe. All right, come on back up. Let's do a plank pose. Surprise, right? We try to do a plank in just about every practice every day. We set a timer on the screen for you to keep track of your progress. We all like to make progress. If you don't want to look at the timer, you just want to say, I just want to try, do that too. But you decide how you want to do it. All right, so if you're new to planks, you could come down to your back. You could send your hands high to the sky and imagine, so it's like you're flipping the mat 180 degrees. Imagine that you're in a plank. Starting in the head is a good place to be. Another variation would be to stay on your knees, spread your knees wide, and send your arms a little more forward and hinge forward and feel the weight of your body in your arms, more so here. You can hold it there. That's a fine variation. Here's another one. Drive the knees back. Bring your forearms parallel to the sides of your mat. Elbows under your shoulders. Forearms pressed into your mat. Knees go back a little farther and take your dolphin plank, your forearm plank. Kick it up a notch by tucking the toes towards your shins, lifting your hips up and holding here in your forearm plank. I'm going to take a high plank with a little variation today. I am going to tap each shoulder several times. So come into the variation of plank that you like. Come into it and hold. If you're in a high plank, feet are hip width distance apart, hands are shoulder width distance apart. Let's start the timer. All right, so here goes the timer. You can check it out on the screen if you want. Shoulders are over the wrists. You're pressing the earth away. Feet are hip width distance apart. Think of energy shooting out your heels and out the crown of your head. Hold on here. We are 20 seconds in. Let's take your right hand, tap it to your left shoulder, left hand to the right shoulder. So just little shoulder taps, if you wish to do them. You don't have to. You do it your way. We're halfway there, so you've done about 30 seconds already. You decide if you want to stay, if you want to go, if you want to take a little break, maybe come into a downward facing dog, sending your hips higher, come down to your knees. We got 15 seconds to go. You got it. Little shoulder taps. Or not. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Come down to your knees. Take a little break. You did it. All right. You can always go longer. You can always go shorter. But you listen to your body. I'm going to grab a drink, and we're going to do some core stuff. All right. How you doing so far? You should be saying great. You're doing great because you're doing it your way. You're not doing too much. You're not doing too little. You're here. That's the big deal. All right, so have your strap nearby. We're going to use it for boat today. If you don't want to use it for boat, you don't have to. If you don't have a strap but you want to use one, get a belt or a jump rope or your dog leash. All right, soles of your feet on your mat. Hands to prayer center. Lengthen up through your spine. Your mantra, I am strong. I am here. Maybe that's it. I am here. Thank goodness. At least I'm here. Lengthen up. And then slowly recline. Slowly recline. Slowly. Hold it a little bit. Going down. You are in control. Come all the way down. Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Bend your knees generously. Soles of your feet touch. Knees open wide. Elbows bent, fingers lightly at your temples. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out, let it go. When you're ready, take a big inhale. And as you exhale, on the exhale, you're gonna come up. Elbows open wide, knees open wide, come on down on the inhale. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, kind of gives you more space in your belly to peel your shoulders on up. We're not gonna do this very long. We do it just about every single day. And every day, we'll build on every day. But the trick is to show up every day. Breathe. All right, let's come to recline. Let's do our bicycle pose. Bring your knees together at the midline of your body. You can keep your feet down. Exhale, peel your shoulders up. Work opposite elbow toward opposite knee. You can do that. Or bring your shoulders down, lift your knees on up, shins parallel to the earth, drive through your heels, and act as if you're riding a recumbent bicycle. Put it all together by keep riding through the legs, peeling the shoulders up, maybe opposite elbow toward opposite knee. Breathe. Maybe straighten your legs and give them a scissor kick, nice and straight. And then let's finish. Send your legs long, stick pose. Arms high overhead, toes point to the bottom. Here's another way you can stretch in the morning before you get out of bed. Reach through your fingers, point through your toes. Because you got that ankle mobility now, don't you? Think back to toes pose and ankle pose. Ooh, move those ankles. Stretch, reach, feel the stretch through your armpits as well. Breathe in, breathe out. Time for boat pose, Navasana. Find your strap. If you want to use it, bring the strap underneath the center of your feet. Hold onto the strap like reins of a horse. Hug your elbows in. Send your legs good and high to the sky. Wiggle your toes. Oh, even that feels good, doesn't it? All right, as you're ready, think of your heels as weighted. Let your weighted heels come toward the earth. Now think about your strong core. Lift the shoulders up. Heels are weighted. Come on up. All the way up to a seated position. Let your chest go to the front of the room. Elbows hugged in, chest is lifted, shoulders are back, not rounded. You don't want to round your shoulders. Draw them back. Elbows hugged in by your side. Hold here. Find your balance in your boat pose. And you know there's a variation. We'll take it tomorrow without the strap. But if you're familiar with boat, which most of you are, because you guys you're good about showing up, you want to do your boat pose without the strap, go for it. Maybe a little bend in your knees here. Hug and hold on. Sit your shoulders back. Your whole torso back like you're in a recliner. Hold on. Maybe straighten knees, maybe bent knees. It's all good. It's all different. It all works. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, slowly let your heels come down toward the earth. Shoulders come up over your hips. Take it slow because you are in control. I am in control. Maybe that's your mantra. All right, work your hands down your strap. Just fold forward. Let it feel good in your low back. No rush. Hurry. Inhale, lengthen up through your spine to create space. Exhale, let your chest work toward your knees and your thighs. Maybe close your eyes and imagine that you are folded in half like a paperclip. Inhale, lengthen. No hurry here. Exhale, all the air out. Chest towards your thighs. Maybe walk your hands down your strap a little bit more. Inhale, find length. Little bend in your knees might ease any tension in your hamstrings. Exhale, fold forward. And then finish. Come on up with your shoulders over your hips. Crisscross your legs. Let's go into some standing poses. Let's start with a downward facing dog. So however you want to get there, maybe crisscross the legs, plant the hands and rock on up and come to your downward facing dog. All right, in a down dog, you're pressing into straightened arms, you're pressing into straightened legs. Your feet are hip width distance apart, your hands are shoulder width distance apart. Heels are slightly elevated, tailbone high to the sky. Push hard into your hands and lift your tailbone higher to the sky. Think of it as a string on your tailbone, pulling it up to the sky. Eyes can be opened or closed, whatever feels good. Heels, start to pedal them closer to the earth, one then the other. One toward the earth, the other you come up high onto the balls of the feet. And alternate. So you're getting into the feet here. You're stretching out your Achilles tendon, your calves all the way up into the hamstrings and the hips. Don't forget to push hard into your hands and your neck. Shake it. Keep it loose. Don't hold any tension there. This is your downward facing dog pose. We'll do it a lot tomorrow when we do our planks and our chaturangas and our downward facing dogs and our upward facing dogs. You'll like it because you're going to modify it to make it feel good in your body. Still your feet, heels closer to the earth. Readjust your tailbone higher to the sky. Shake your neck. Push hard into the earth. Let's finish. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Roll your spine up one vertebra at a time. Come on up to a standing position. All right, the first thing we're going to start with is a you will look taller pose. You could go against a wall, put your bottom up against the wall if you like. Wall makes it harder. You wouldn't think so, but it does. We're going to think of the words you will look taller. Make your body into the first letter of each word. Legs are together, arms go high, big letter Y for the word you. The trick here is to push the backs of your hands toward the back wall. If you're on the wall, oh my gosh, that wall is farther back than you think. Put the backs of your hands on the wall as best you can. Lengthen up through your chest. Be strong here in your letter Y. Now bend your elbows, working your elbows down towards the earth. Keep those backs of the forearms pressed to the back wall. There's a letter W for will. 2 L's, forward and back, elbows toward your waist. Chest is still lifted, big and strong. Be tight in the chest, be tight in the elbows, 2 L's. Tee out your arms, pulse the arms to the back wall or press those hands into the wall. Breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. You will look taller with this pose. Let's do it again since you know it so well. Big letter Y, big letter W, 2 L's. 1 giant T for terrific, and taller, and pulse. One more time, 3rd time's the charm. You will look. T for taller, pulse. Pulse. Maybe close your eyes. Breathe in, Breathe out, press the backs of your hands to the back of the wall, and then finish. Let your arms float down by your sides. Eyes perhaps are closed. Imagine good, tall, standing posture. This pose will do it for you. It'll strengthen your upper back. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Let it go. Shrug your shoulders to your ears, send them to the back of the room, and then let your arms be long by your sides. Do it again. Shrug up, shrug back, shrug down. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, open your eyes. How do you feel? Don't you feel taller? Don't you feel like your chest is more open and you're just standing straighter? And that's a good thing. All right, tree pose, Vrikasana. Chair nearby, totally good. I'm going to root into one foot, lift the other leg, and that bent leg, I'm going to open it up to the side of the room. I'm going to take the sole of the foot. You can place the bent leg's heel inside the opposite heel on the other leg. Slip it up a wee bit higher, slip it up higher still, or slip it up super high onto the thigh. Just don't push the foot into the side of the knee. All right, tree pose. Hands can be on your hips or on the chair. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Settle into your strong foundation. Hands can be at prayer center and you can stay right here. You can grow your branches. Sway the arms, look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet, find your balance. Maybe do this while you brush your teeth. All right, you're swaying your arms, right? This way and that. Try to maybe perhaps close your eyes. That'll be more of a challenge. And if you fall out, no big deal. Get right back in. But think of your failure as the opportunity to begin again, perhaps more intelligently. All right, hold on. You got it. Sway your branches. And let's come back to hands at prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room, but don't set it down. Keep the knee to about hip height. Hold on here. Take a big step out with your right heel. Plant the right foot down. Take your hands behind your low back, interlace your fingers. Toppling tree is where we're going. Send your shoulders down. Your hands are on your low back. Hinge the weight into that right leg. Little bend in the knee feels good. Left leg can lift a little or a lot or more as you work your torso parallel to the earth. Your hands that are now at your low back, send them high up to the sky too. Let them go up the back wall. Find your balance in your right leg. Hold on here and then finish. Left foot meets right. Arms go back up to the sky in your extended mountain. Find length and softness. Hands back to prayer center. We have another leg, another opportunity to excel. Root into the opposite leg. Open up the opposite knee to the opposite side of the room. Bring the foot wherever you like onto that foundational leg. Hold on to your chair if you want. All right, find your balance here. Press the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Shoulders are over your hips. Hips are equidistant to the front of your room. Hands at prayer center if you like. Chair's always a great option. Breathe. Grow your branches. Sway your branches. Look a little up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe try to close your eyes a little or a lot. Maybe sway your branches a little or a lot. And if you fall out, no big deal, get right back in. Because who doesn't fail? The success is in coming back to it and doing it again and again and finding your way. Breathe. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Hold on here. You've got it. Take a big step out with your opposite foot, the left foot for me this time. Hinge forward, weight out of the back leg. Little bendy in the left knee. Right leg lifts a little. I'm going to take my hands to my low back, interlace the fingers, pressing my thumbs into my low back. I'm going to hinge forward. It's fine to have a chair here too. That would be fine. Hold on to it. Lift that back leg. I'm going to work the interlaced fingers up the back wall, looking down to my left foot. With control, right foot meets left. Hands come back to prayer center. Repeat your mantra. Deep breath in Deep breath out. Arms go high, lengthen up to the sky. Big extended mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Bring your hands back to prayer center. Take a big step forward with your right foot. Bend both knees and come down to your knees. Your back knee is on the ground. Right knee is over your right ankle. Find your 2 blocks. We're going to take our lunge. Left leg slips back, nice and long and straight on your mat. Right knee over right ankle. Press on up, shoulders over your hips. How is that? Maybe the back foot, the left foot, maybe I'm going to bend it and I'm going to draw the toes toward the shin. Totally fine to have that foot in the dorsiflexion if you like it. We usually keep it in the plantar flexion because I think that gives you a bigger stretch in the left hip. But I'm going to do something a little different today, just more for the brain than anything else. Lift the arms on up to the sky. Take a little baby back bend. Bring the arms back up to the sky, something a little different here. Your arms are parallel to each other, make them work in parallel. Bring the parallel arms to reach forward. So now they are parallel with the earth. Reach your arms a little more forward. The right arm, open it up, sending it to the right side of your room, as far back as you want to go. Now take a twist in the waist as you look to the right. Left arm is reaching forward, right arm is reaching to the right side of your room or toward the back of your room. Take this little twist. Inhale, lengthen up, exhale, twist a little farther. Inhale, lengthen up, exhale, twist. Finish. Slowly come back. Arms are parallel and reaching toward the front of the room. Bring your arms down to your blocks. Now surf. Straighten the right leg. Send the right leg nice and straight, drawing your bottom toward your left heel. Keep your hands on your blocks today. Or if you want to walk them back a little closer to your bottom, that's okay. I'm going to try to leave them right here. Then I'm going to come back to the right knee, stretch it forward, and then straighten the right knee and send my hips back to my left heel. Hold it here, breathe in, breathe out. Come on back to the starting position of shoulders over hips. Right knee meets left. We'll do it on the other side. Left knee forward, left knee over left ankle as the left foot is solidly planted on your mat. Blocks are by the foot, hands press in to the blocks. Send the right leg long on the mat. Feel what you feel in your right hip. Shake it up and change it a little bit by tucking those right toes under if you like. Press on up, perhaps shoulders over hips. Arms go high. You can keep your hands on your blocks if you want. Lengthen up, breathe in, soften up, breathe out. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, a little bit of a baby back bend. Breathe, hands back to prayer center if you like. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Reach your arms forward, parallel arms. Reach them forward. Maybe reach a little farther forward. Right hand stays stationary, reaching forward. Left arm, open it up toward the left side of your room. Maybe to the full left side of your room, look to your thumb, and maybe even farther back to the back of your room. Inhale, lengthen up, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen up, exhale, twist some more. Reach through your fingers. You've got it, stay strong, nice big twist. Inhale, lengthen up, exhale, twist. How you doing? All right, let the left arm sweep on back. Meet the right arm, reach a little forward. Hands come down to your blocks. Start to straighten the left leg. Hands on the blocks. Rebend the right leg. And then straighten it. How far do you want to go with this? Maybe you straighten it so much you're keeping your hands on your blocks. You bring your hips back to sit on your right heel. Maybe once, maybe twice. Maybe you're doing 5 or 10%. It's all good. All right, let's finish. Come to standing on your knees. Place your hands on your low back. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Push your hips forward. Little baby back bend. Look up. Finish. Come on down to your belly. Hands under your collarbones. Legs go long on your mat. Slowly lower down. Hands are under your collarbones. Hold it here. Take a deep breath in. Zip up your legs. And a deep breath out. Inhale, send your gaze to the top of your mat. Send your gaze forward. Feel the compression in your low back. Hold it here. Push into your hands. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Little baby cobra. Keep your hands down. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. You got it. All right, let's take our hands, spread your feet a little bit, press into your hands, lift on up into a seal pose. So your arms are straightened, soften in your bottom. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right, let's come on over onto a seated position. Send your legs long, toes up to the sky, hands reach up to the sky, parallel arms again, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Reach your arms forward like we did a moment ago. Toes are up toward the sky. Maybe reach your hands towards your feet, your ankles, your calves, whatever you can reach. Keep your elbows hugged in. Breathe. Exhale. You're folding forward again. Remember we did this earlier with the strap. Inhale, shoulders over your hips. Spread your legs good and wide and find your 2 blocks. Spread your legs wide. Adjust your blocks to whatever height you like. Lots of ways to do it. You can rest your forearms on it. You can rest your head on it at whatever height speaks to you today. But just find a nice big stretch in the inner thighs. Lengthen up and fold. You can stay right here. Be a great place to stay if you want to. I'm going to move on and do that quick reclined pigeon. So you could stay here if you want, if this is speaking to you. I'd kind of like to stay here personally, but I'm going to go on to the next pose. You do you, and I'll do me. All right, bend. You send your legs long. Bring your eye shade and your towel up near your shoulders. Hands together in prayer. Slowly recline all the way down. Bend your knees. Bring your legs into a figure 4 shape. So right now your feet are on your mat. Lift your right leg up and bend that knee and bring the outside of the right ankle onto the left thigh. Press the inner right leg open. Hold it here. Breathe. Tee out your arms now. Let your right foot, let it stay in that figure 4, so the outside of the right ankle is glued to that thigh. Let the right foot fall to the left side of your mat. Bring it on up. Let the knee fall toward the other side of your body. Bring it on up as you inhale. Right foot falls to the left. Send your gaze to the right. Knees come up as you inhale. Let the right knee fall to the right side of the body and you look left. So just a little twist in your figure 4 here. Look in the opposite direction as best you can to which your knees are falling. And then when you're ready, finish up, come back to the starting position. Push the inner right thigh open again, and then finish up. Bring your both feet down to the mat. Bring the left foot up, outside of the left ankle, on top of the right leg. Push the inner left thigh open. Hold it here, maybe stay here. Maybe tee out the arms. This left foot, let it fall to the right side of the body. Let it touch down. Bring them on up as you inhale. Let the left knee fall to the left side of the body. So you got that down. You're still looking up to the sky, or maybe your eyes are closed. As you exhale, let the foot fall to the mat, and then look in the opposite direction. Inhale, gaze goes up and the knee comes up. Exhale, you take that little twist, left knee falls to the left, gaze goes to the right. So back and forth, forth and back. Breathe. Enjoy the nice little low back massage too, right? So just let the foot touch down. Let it lift. You're working your core too. Probably didn't have to tell you that, right? Come on back up. Finishing position. Bring both feet. No, don't bring both feet down yet. Push into the inner left thigh. Then release. Then let the left foot go down. All right, we're almost there to a bridge pose, right? Arms down by your sides, shoulders away from the ears, palms pressed into the mat. Push hard into your strong feet. Lift your hips on up. Tuck your shoulders underneath your spine a little bit more. Lift and press high Press into the feet, lifting high in the hips. Hold it here. Perhaps interlace your fingers. Remember toppling tree? Interlace your fingers, and this time press your pinkies into the mat. Hold it here. You're strong. Release your hands down by your sides. Roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Find your strap. Find your strap. Bring it under the soles of your feet. Send your legs up high to the sky. Hold them here. Draw your toes up closer toward overhead. Release your right leg long into your mat. There's some mobility for you as your legs form the shape of an L. Same thing we did a moment ago, but we're going to take it even deeper. Pinky toe toward the edge of your mat, toward the earth. Hold on to the strap. Open up. Inhale back up to the sky. Big toe now falls to the opposite side of your body as you roll onto the right hip. Bring them on back up. Now the hand that's holding the strap, it takes the leg down, tee out the opposite arm and look in that direction. Leg comes up, go down to the big toe side, left arm tees out, look left. All right, so you're doing that half circle over your body. Maybe it's not quite a full half circle, maybe it's more like a pie wedge, and that's totally fine. All right, a few times left and right to whatever works. Right leg comes up to meet the left. Give them a little tug as they reunite overhead. Let the left leg come down good and long. Keep the left calf down on your mat and start to do your little half circle here. And don't judge yourself. Totally fine to start with the pie wedge. Breathe. Maybe open it up a little bit more, and maybe you're not quite ready to do the full twist yet. Maybe you're just focused on those hips. Totally okay. And when you're ready, if you like, you can tee out the arm and look in the direction of the teed out arm. Breathing, that's the most important part, always, right? And when you're ready, it'll be time to finish. Send the right leg to the sky. Let the left leg go up to meet it. Give them both a nice little tug. All right, strong core again. Holding on to your straps. Straps are great. They really let you do a lot of things that perhaps you couldn't do elsewise. Let your heavy heels come down. Let your shoulders peel up. All the way up to seated. All right, take your strap, remove it, take your 2 blocks and place them at the bottom of your mat. We're going to elevate our feet today for our low back. Come on back down, maybe hands in prayer center, all the way down for your final Shavasana. Calves, heels, backs of your ankles are lifted. Just do what feels comfortable here. So just a little different variation of your final Shavasana. Cover your eyes with your eye shade or your towel. I know some of you like to take the towel and slip it under the back of your neck. Arms down by your sides, palms face up. That'll externally rotate your shoulders a little bit. Maybe tuck your shoulders under a tad. And you know, it's always fine too if you want to just put your palms down. It makes you feel more grounded. And if you don't have blocks or you don't like the blocks under your ankles, ditch them. It's not for you. No big deal. Take a breath in and a breath out. Let it go. Eyes are closed. I hope you got that eye shade or the towel covering your eyes. It's wonderful to block out the light. Focus only on your breath, the energy going in, and any stress or worry or tension going out. Find stillness in this body that served you so well in this last hour with lots of movement. Just be still for a few deep breaths. Shoulders are soft. Hips are soft. Your whole face, from the area between your eyebrows to your cheeks to your jaws, is soft. Take a deep breath in and a slow, deep breath out. Now that's a deep breath. Take a full breath in so you feel like you can't get any more air into your lungs. And then a slow, deep breath out. Getting rid of that which doesn't serve you most excellently. All right, if you got your remote nearby and you want to stay in your final Shavasana pose longer, push the pause button and enjoy this pose longer. If it is time for you to conclude your practice, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Inhale, reach high overhead. Take a big good morning stretch, the kind you take before you even get out of bed in the morning. Wiggle your shoulders, reaching one arm higher to the top of your mat than the other, like you're climbing a rope. And then finish. Bend your knees and your elbows. Roll into a fetal position onto one side or the other. Use your low arms bicep as a pillow for your head. Let your head be heavy and your top shoulder be soft. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Maybe come back to your little mantra and tell yourself, I'm going to remember this throughout the day and I'm going to repeat it to myself off of my mat often today. I am strong. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Perhaps keep your eyes closed. You are in control. Either use your hands or not and press on up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to prayer center, always a good place to be. Press your thumbs into your chest, lengthen up through your spine. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Gently blink your eyes open. Congratulations, you did it. You just moved and you found the goodness in your movement. You can do it. What you did was exactly enough. The secret to success is finishing, and you got to start to finish, and you did it. You did it. Don't think negatively about any aspect of today. You did it. All right, what was the stress number? What was it? And more importantly, what is it? The yoga works. It works in your, I'm going to start with your soul first. It works in your soul, because that's the most important part of us. It works in your soul, works in your body, works in your mind. Continue to do your yoga, and we'll see you on your mats tomorrow. From us to you, much love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. See you tomorrow. Love you guys. Goodbye. Hi. You are just full of energy, aren't you? Good girl. See you tomorrow. Another practice in the books. Good on you. Allow yourself the grace to just enjoy the practice just the way it is in your body, however it feels. Don't ever let a practice hurt. Just enjoy it and just show up. Let your dogs be there too. They're kind of fun to practice with. All right, here's the deal. Our practice is free for anybody and everybody. You know that. Tell your friends about us. Tell them how good you're feeling. They can do yoga too. We can all do yoga, dogs included. If you'd like to support our broadcast, visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. See you on your mats tomorrow, and just give yourself a little bit of grace in all you do today. See you tomorrow.